simple answer is I want to become a doctor. But of all things, I think Yale has made that decision more difficult for me because there is so many things to do here. Everyone is studying something very, very different, and I think harder about whether I want to become a doctor or not. And eventually, if I do become a doctor, I think I'll become a better doctor in that sense.
I wanted to go to a school that had a really strong engineering program, but I wanted to also be around other students that weren't just studying engineering.
Sitting on the bus going to freshman orientation, I'm sitting next to an accomplished violinist and someone that was a sort of a young math genius and someone else that was an accomplished swimmer from Haiti, and it was an unbelievable feeling just to be around these people that were so accomplished, at the same time incredibly humble and open and just really wanted to know about me.
When students come to Yale, they're assigned to one of the 12 residential colleges. Now, a residential college is like a dorm in that you sleep there, but it's not like a dormitory in the sense there is a whole life there. There are dining halls, there's academic life, there are social spaces. Now, Yale is a large research university, and students take advantage of those resources. But at the end of the day, they return to their residential college and get a feeling for the small Yale, the intimate Yale. That's what the residential colleges provide.
Which is the best? It would be Styles, of course.
Timothy Dwight, of course.
I'd like to think Jonathan Edwards is the best college.
That's easy. Silliman.
Why, Morse, of course.
We are extremely fortunate when I think about the kinds of students we are able to attract here. Sure, they're incredibly intelligent, they're enormously talented, but they also work very hard. And they're able to work very hard both in the service of their own interests, but on behalf of other people and with other people to do great things.
We're sitting in the offices of Elm City Ventures, which is an incubator for startup internet companies, started by Yale students and New Haven residents. We're actually right in the middle of the campus, right in the middle of New Haven. Behind us is Saybrook College, which is one of the Yale dorms. And behind me are various Yale students and graduates who are the engineers and directors of this company.
I think this is good. I can't wait till Jerry Janes reads this. This is what I'm excited about.
I happen to have some experience in sort of the evolving internet economy and studied African American studies and race relations for the last 4 years. So I sort of put those ideas together and really started doing an evaluation of how race and racism has worked into this sort of new economy.
To me, that's the strength of your essay.
Hopefully I've produced something that'll be of some value and might, change the way people are thinking about these issues in this time in our economy.
I think when I got here, I just had so many different things I was thinking about. I wasn't sure what I wanted to major in. I started off thinking I might want to do biology, then changed my mind to psychology, finally settled on economics for a couple of years. And then music just kind of crept back in there and ended up being what I really wanted to do and really cared about.
Science has a kind of simple logic to it. Like, if you know what you're looking for, or even if you don't know what you're looking for, you can find it and then examine that and learn something from it. Once you start seeing the problem and going over it over and over again, you start to learn it. It becomes simple to you, like a kind of instinct, where you just see it and you understand it and you can go on from there.
I felt the author definitely got his point across.
You can see that in the short-sightedness of their sexism.
But in fact, in democracies, the median voter matters. Why?
There's this fascinating dynamic.
After your freshman year, you have so much time to choose courses that you're interested in that might broaden you in some way. A lot of my students who are history majors are planning to go to med school. I have a student this semester who is an applied math history major, a double major.
I think there are a lot of students who are like...
Yale students find that their interests really do dictate their course of study, and that those interests are encouraged and really nurtured by people at Yale, people in their college, by their professors, by their advisors.
And I think that that's it. Okay?
But if I look at the other oral vaccines, like the polio that we talked about.
This is the project they've been working on most of this semester, and it is called The Rescue of Persephone, Robot Wars 2000.
This past summer, I was working for the U.S. State Department in Pakistan. My family's from Pakistan, but I had never been there before. So not only did going to Yale facilitate getting funds to get to Pakistan, it also brought about this great opportunity to serve as a public servant in a foreign country. That definitely introduced me to issues about things that I might want to do when I graduate. I think I want to pursue a JD and an MPP, which is a Master's in Public Policy, and hopefully go to law school as well.
SMART program is Science Math Achievers Team. Try to formulate exactly what you want to do. So by the end of today, I want you guys to have a hypothesis, objective, materials, and procedure. Know exactly what you want to do. That sound good, you guys? Every Friday afternoon I come to SMART. It's at Troop Middle School this year.
So this first one's about steering.
I bring a group of 7 to 10 volunteers from Yale, and we walk over to Troop Middle School, and we meet the kids right after school.
It's really small.
They're gonna design a project, and in 5 weeks we're gonna have an exposition where the kids will get to present, what findings they found. They really value this. They value having a Yale student as a friend more than just a teacher.
There are like 120 different experiments.
Are you serious?
I'm in Ezra Stiles College, and it's the best college because it's the closest to the gym. You can just roll out, come here, play in the basketball court.
Saybrook is the only college with brook.
I like to call Trumbull humble Trumbull. It's very small, very cozy, and this is where I spend a lot of my time after practice studying.
Definitely Berkeley. Definitely Berkeley.
The best college at Yale is definitely Branford, my home.
I'll make it up to you. Don't worry about it.
The education outside of the classroom is what I didn't anticipate. And so much of what you learn at Yale doesn't happen in a room like this, in a classroom like this. It actually happens in the dining hall when you're having conversations with people on your walk to class. At least for me, I couldn't realize who I was until I was exposed to a whole range of what other people were. And so in getting to know people from across the world with different backgrounds, with different values, I've really redefined my own and reevaluated my own.
Beforehand, there was a...
You really get a sense of where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go.
In between, some of you went again to the pizza. You went to go get some pizza. Stay there. That harmony is here. That harmony is everywhere around us.
up underneath. A little steadier.
Every time you get the ball and you're driving towards the circle, unless the seat completely opens up, okay? You want to cut that ball.
Yeah, Nick. Watch your form now. Flap, 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 flap. Way! On red. On red.
Two old friends you won't do. Old friends, gotta have two. Old friends helping you balance along. One upbraids you for your faults and fancies.
One persuades you
that the other one's wrong.
I knew she was a singer, and she seemed really nice.
We actually didn't know each other at all before we were going through the room draw, and it just happened to be one of the best experiences.
It's the kind of paragraph I love to see in like good magazine.
The paper needs to scoop and he's poor. He's not really doing it because he agrees with what he's writing.
You guys, here's the live culture.
Yale is actually an idea that you brought with you from wherever you came from. And you create Yale as soon as you get here by inventing what you think it should be. That kind of experiment in imagination, trying to figure out who you could be at your best, or what you might think if you could think as hard as you ever wanted to. I feel like that's where Yale is most alive.
It is such an honor and pleasure for me to be back at Yale.
Have a great graduation.
What stays with you from college is the part of your education you hardly ever notice at the time. It's the expectations and examples around you.
A liberal arts college is a terrific place to get a liberal arts education, but you cannot beat the resources available at a great research university that has a commitment to liberal arts education, which is what Yale has.